Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
How is everyone today? Looks like it's gonna rain non-stop.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Inshallah, we'll give a minute to people to join in so that am I able to hear myself? Looks like it. Let me see if I can. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sister Lubna, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, so today I am here by myself, Brother Anwar, who normally takes care of things behind the scenes. He's not available today. So if you're chatting with me through chat, it might take me a few minutes to get back to you. So be patient with me, inshallah. Okay, so yeah, more people are joining now. So inshallah, I'll give them another second or so.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Falak.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, Sister Jihan, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Okay, so inshallah, let's just start. So 2 after 10. So we start inshallah with our dua. Let me see if I can hide some of my controls here. Okay, can you see the screen? Okay, can everybody see the screen? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. قال الله تعالى إن هدى الله هو الهدى وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي يسر ولا تؤثر وتمم بالخير. So alhamdulillah, once again, we are here with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and trying to continue our humble journey towards seeking the knowledge of the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I pray that everybody is in good health, in peace, and feeling well, inshallah. And so what we want to remind every time when we join in such a class, or whenever we are back to the remembrance of Allah, so we remind ourselves that this is nothing but a pure mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the one who gave us the tawfiq and the opportunity to come back and do this. We have no power of our own to do this. So that's why we say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, because we don't have any power to do any good or bad except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we also want to remind ourselves that why are we making this effort? So one of the reason is that our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it. Now we are not learning Quran directly or teaching the Quran directly, but we are alhamdulillah trying to learn the language of the Quran so that we can understand the Quran better. And it is part of the learning of the Quran, because if we read without learning, then basically we are not learning. So I hope that these reminders in the beginning of the class gives us the good feeling that why we are here. Yeah? And then we make this dua, Rabbi Yassir. The meaning of Rabbi Yassir is, Ya Allah, make it easy for us. Wala tu'assir, and don't make it difficult. And watammim bil khair, And that again, our firm belief that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who makes the task easy for us. And he's the one who doesn't make it difficult. And inshallah, he's going to take us to the destination. Our job is to continue to make effort. So with that said, let me quickly take you to my camera and let's talk about what we are going to do today. Okay, so, okay. Can you guys see my screen, the camera screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what we have been doing all along is we are, okay. So we have been learning from the last few sessions, the verbal sentence. Yeah. So by now, I hope that every one of us know what a verbal sentence is. Sentence means a combination of words which make complete sense. I ate apple. That is a complete sentence. And a verbal sentence means that it is a jumla fe'liya. It starts with a verb. So what is the minimum component of a verbal sentence? We discussed it last time, that it's supposed to have a fail and file. Now, in this piece of paper here, we have a lot of information, and alhamdulillah, by now, I'm hoping that everybody is 100% on this knowledge. And this is sort of a review. So if you are still feeling a little bit short-handed, inshallah, we will continue and we will catch up here. So the verbal sentence is a sentence which starts with a verb. Any questions on that? Right?
No, it's clear.
Okay. So, and when we are learning the verbal sentence, by default, we start with the past tense. Things which have been done in the past and they are completed. So the structure of a verbal sentence is minimum. It's supposed to have a fail and then a file. Okay. So you can see a fail is a verb and that means some action. Yes. And the file is the subject, the doer of that action. Is that anybody has any confusion about that yet? Or everybody is clear on that?
It's clear.
Alhamdulillah. So in the last few sessions, we've been focusing on the fi'lun and the fa'ilun. But last session, we also introduced the object, the maf'ulun. What is the object? There is
maf'ulun.
Maf'ulun. So there is a subject who is the doer of the action, but the action is happening on something. So that something is the object. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So now we also established some ground rules that when we are dealing with the file or the subject, we are going to have the file either as a pronoun, which is called ism zamir, or is it going to be a visible noun? Yeah. Do you remember that from last section?
Yes.
So if the file is going to show up, it's going to show up either as a zamir, as a pronoun, or a visible noun. When we have a zamir or the pronoun, some of them would be hidden. What are the hidden ones? The huwa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other ones are in the form of a suffix. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And this kind of file, we give it another name. We call it inside subject. Didn't we call it inside subject?
Yes.
Okay. And how many variations of this inside subject we have? From 1 to 14. So these 14s we have done several times. And inshallah, even today, we are going to talk about it. So what is one of the examples of that? We say Nasara. What do we say? Nasara.
Nasara.
Meaning the root letters are, what are the root letters?
Nun,
Sod,
Sod,
Ra.
Ra.
And now what is our pattern? Fa'ala. Fa'ala. Right?
Fa'ala.
Yes. So is Nasara equal to Fa'ala, like similar to Fa'ala? Yes.
Yes.
There we know that Huwa, which is he, is hidden. So this is an example of a file which is in the form of a ism zamir, and this one happens to be a hidden pronoun Huwa. Is that information understood by everyone now?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So if I give you a counter example of a visible noun, I said Nasara and I brought
Zaydun.
Zaydun in front of it. Is Zaydun a noun?
Yes.
Yes.
And is it visible to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this kind of file is known as Isme Zahir, or it's a visible noun, or outside subject. So any of these things, if you keep it in your memory, inshallah is sufficient for me to know that you understand the concept. You can tell me it's a Isme Zahir, that's my preferable answer. But if you tell me it's a visible noun, I'm okay with that. If you say this is an outside subject, I'm still okay with that. So comparison of these two, in the zamir or the pronoun, we had 14 variations, yes? But when the visible noun is there, we only have the option of 1, which is for the male, and number 4 for the female. Yes? So this is some of the rules we have to keep in our mind when we are dealing with the fail and file. Yeah. So Nasara Zaidun and Nasara, can I use both of them? Can I say Zaid, he helped? Or do I just say Zaid helped?
Zaid helped.
That helped.
So I'm not going to say Zaid, he helped. The Huwa disappears when Zaidun is visible. Yeah?
Yes.
So you can have the file both as Ism Zamir or Ism Zahir, but you cannot have both at the same time. Yeah?
Yes.
Got it? Okay.
Yes.
Now we're going to do some examples. So this will come out in a more standout way. That is what we say, talk about the failun and the fa'ilun. But we also have a situation sometime that the action needs more details. We need to know, okay, who did the action? Understood. But what action took place, or what was the action done to? And what are some of the more details about the action? So for that, we introduce the maf'ulun, the object, right? So in other words, in this process, we're not only learning the Arabic grammar, we're actually also learning the English grammar. Do you agree with me on that? Okay, good. So now, maf'ulun, as same thing as fa'ilun, can be ism zamir or ism zahir. Yeah?
Yes.
If we know that, then all this information we had here applies here as well. Yes? Yeah?
Yes.
So we have a hidden pronoun or a suffix. Yeah? And we call it inside object. What did we call it over here? Inside subject? Over we call it inside object. And if it's a visible noun, then we call it outside subject. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sorry, outside object. Yeah? So similarly, if you understand one concept, then putting the 2 and 2 together, you're not learning new stuff. You're basically, Sister Anjum, can you close the video, please? Sister Anjum, can you please close your video? Your video is on, by the way. Okay. All right. So one thing which we have to understand in order to differentiate between the file and the maf'ul, that has to do with the status. Okay. Now tell me something. Is the file going to be a noun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And the maf'ul is going to be a noun?
Yes.
Yes. And we know that nouns have statuses. Yeah. Noun has how many statuses? 3 statuses. The people from the previous class, they should know this by heart by now.
Yes.
So number 1 is Rafa,
Rafa, Nasr Jar.
That's
Nasa, and Jar.
Judge.
So when we are dealing with the failun or with the fail, see the 2 statuses we need to know is the Rafa and the Nasab. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the people who are new to this class, if they're gonna feel that, oh, we don't know this, so for their benefit, all I'm asking them to know that when they think about a file, think about the Rafa status. What is the Rafa status? I'll give you a very quick intro to that, but that should not stop you from moving forward. For fileun, the one piece of information I need to store in my mind is that my file is always going to be in the status of Rafa. Yeah.
Yes.
And my maf'ul will be in the status of Nasr. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So a simple example of Rafa, if I take a name Zaid, so if I write Zaidun, that is Rafa. Is that easy enough?
Yes.
And when I type Zaidan, that is,
Nasr.
so the newcomers, can we stick with that for now?
inshallah.
Inshallah. And as we come across this, I'll help you out so that you don't feel that you don't know this. Yeah? Okay. Any questions on this slide or this page before I move to the next one?
Brother Abid?
Yes, Jesus.
Yeah, okay, so the first line here is fa'ilun plus
Yeah, fa'ilun.
fa'ilun plus
Fa'ilun, yeah.
what is this word? Is it magmul?
Maf'ulun.
Meme, what is meme, and then what's that other word?
Ah.
Meme?
Fa.
Ha,
Then
maha? But there is a
Maf.
dot here.
This is maf, like fa, like this, fa.
Okay,
Maf,
so oh,
and this is ain.
mafmul. Okay, so that's
Yes, maf. There is a sukun on it. There is a
Maf'ul.
sukun on it. Yeah, maf'ulun. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other question?
Just for the where you wrote Nasara Zaidun, if we give example of here, then we can say Nasarat Fatma.
Nasarat. Yes. So let's look at this page. Yeah. And let's do this together. Inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah.
So look at this. What is, and I'm going to ask, some people to answer me, and if not, then we can do it together as a team. So Nasara could be the easiest one. So what is Nasara? What is the translation of Nasara?
He helped.
He helped.
He helped. Okay. So he helped, right? Now, if we need to write down the verb, which is the verb?
Help.
Help.
Huwa is what?
Noun.
No.
Subject,
Noun.
right?
Yeah, subject.
Right? And it is the inside one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you saw what I did, right? So I can write fail, and I can write file, yeah? And then in here I can say isme zamir. Can I do this?
Yes.
Right? So whatever I have taught you in the previous slide, we are just applying those now, yeah?
So
Yes.
it's inside because it's a pronoun?
Yes, it's
Okay.
inside because when
a
you
pronoun.
see
Mhm.
a pronoun as the file, it is, we give it a name called inside object, subject, so that you understand.
Yeah.
And it's also, if it's the huwa and hiya, is hidden. But if it's other than huwa and hiya, then there is a suffix. Yeah. Okay. And for that, you would have to go back to that chart we have been looking at all this time. Okay. Second one, Brother Jamil.
Yes.
What is Nasara Zaidun?
Nasara Zaidan would be he helped Zaid.
Go back to the comment I made last slide, that you can either have pronoun as a file or as a visible noun, but you cannot have both. So in here, do you see the file?
The file, the doer, the
File
file is
is
the
doer,
doer.
right?
Yeah. So
So Zaidun is
Zaidun.
the file. Yes,
Zaidan is the file. Yes.
right? So it is
Nasara.
visible, or is it a pronoun?
It's a visible noun.
Visible. So the simple translation will be Zaid
Zaid helped.
helped, right?
Zaid
Because
helped,
the
yeah.
pronoun is visible. The noun, the subject is visible.
Yes,
Yeah.
Zaid helped.
So
Yeah.
over here, it's in the category of visible noun, outside subject. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So this is the concept. And look, I gave you this example right here. Zaid helped. And I said, Zaid, he helped is not correct.
Mhm.
Zaid helped, because you cannot have both huwa and Zaid at the same time. Either you're going to have the pronoun or you're going to have the visible noun. Is that clear for everyone now?
Yes.
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 Now, so let's look at Nasara again. So that is verb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zaid is the subject.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is Zaid Rafa?
Yes.
Right? Is Rafa, right? So that is why I'm calling it file, correct? Is it inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside.
Outside. So say Bismillah. Yeah. You see how I'm putting the information in my head?
Yeah.
So I'm actually showing you that how do you do it on your own time when you are writing it down, and how you process that information. So this is our formula sheet, or this is our cheat sheet. Yeah, agree? If this is our cheat sheet and you have to do these examples, then all you have to do is put matching stuff. What is what, correct? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is tricky.
Yes.
And I need somebody to help me out with this.
Yes,
And
I
you-
will help.
I will
Brother
help.
Ijaz, or Sister Lubna and Brother Ijaz. So since Brother Ijaz said first, I'm going to go
Okay.
with him, and Sister Lubna will do number 4. Okay. So Brother Ijaz, what is Nasara Zaidan?
Nasara Zaidan, Zaid was helped. He helped Zaid.
So you said he
Helped Zaid.
helped Zaid. That is correct. When you say Zaid was helped, that was not correct.
Yeah.
But he helped Zaid. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, could you please explain to me who's the subject?
Subject is Zaidan.
No.
Yeah. No. Subject is not Zaidan.
Maf'ul, subject and maf'ul.
Nasar. Nasr.
This is subject.
Huwa.
He is subject.
Yeah.
Who's doing the
He.
action of helping? He.
He. Yeah.
Yes. And who's he helping? Zaid.
Zaid.
Zaid is object. Yeah.
Object.
And what is the action? Help.
Nasr.
Okay, good. So, mashallah, we
And
are
Zaidan
basically
is,
looking.
Zaidan is Nasr.
Yes. So basically, we are looking at a complete sentence with the fail, file, and maf'ul. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. So now apply our rules. Is he inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside.
Inside. Okay. And also he is huwa, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And I told you that huwa is rafa. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That is why he is my subject. So the key point in my mind is that in a verbal sentence, the noun which is rafa is my file, and the noun which is nasab is my object. And we also put that information in our head.
Yes, inshallah.
In a verbal sentence, if a noun is rafa, that's the file. And if the noun is nasab, then it is the maf'ul. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Zaid is the maf'ul or the object. Is it inside or outside, Brother Ijaz?
It is outside.
Outside.
Very good. Outside. Did everyone see the thing I'm trying to tell here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, yes.
Okay. And Zaidan, is it nasab?
Yes.
First,
That's
I
it.
told
Yeah. Yes.
you, I
Yes.
told you in the example I said, Zaidun is rafa, Zaidan is nasab. Yes?
That's, yeah.
So everything you need to know is so far in front of your eyes. There is no hidden agenda here. We are just trying to make things easy for ourselves. Yeah? Okay. So, Sister Lubna,
Yes.
we have Nasara Zaidan.
Nasara Zaidan. They too helped Zaid.
They
Too
help
helped Zaid.
Zaid. MashaAllah. Very good job. Now, they too
Yeah,
are male or female?
male.
Male. Okay. Now, who's the subject here?
Huma.
Huma, right? Which
Huma.
is the alif here because of the suffix, yeah?
Yeah.
Because remember, Nasara, Nasara, Nasaru.
Nasaru.
So this is the subject. Can everybody see that they is the subject?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What is the verb?
Help.
Verb is Nasara, helped.
And Zaid is?
Object.
Zaid is object. Maf'ul.
Okay. Is Zaid outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside. And what about they?
Is inside. Nasara.
Inside. Does everybody see this information now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, mashallah. So, Brother Murad, I
Yes,
think
yes.
you got it. So, let me ask you number 5. Nasaru Zaidan.
So this will be they helped Zaid.
They help
Help
That.
Zaid.
Zaid. Mashallah. Very good job. Now, by they, you mean more than 2, correct?
Yes, more than 2 males.
Okay. So, we can say they all helped Zaid.
They all helped Zaid as well.
Okay. So, your subject is
They
they. And verb is?
helped
And Zaid is?
object or maf'ul.
Maf'ul, mashallah. So, is it inside?
Yes, they is inside,
Okay. And the Zaid is?
outside.
Outside.
Outside. Okay, mashallah. Okay, who is next? Who wants to volunteer?
I can do it.
I can do it.
Okay, so Sister Homa first and then Sister Nasreen after that. So, Nasartu Ibrahima. Nasartu Ibrahima. So what is Nasartu?
Nasartu is verb.
Yes. And what is the translation? Could you help me with the translation?
She helped Ibrahim.
No, it's Nasartu. So check your chart. Let me remind you your chart. See,
Oh,
this is what
Nasartu. I helped Ibrahim.
I helped, mashallah. So I helped who?
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. Now, who's the subject here?
I or I.
Subject. Okay.
And
Verb is helped. Yes. And who you helped? Ibrahim is the
Ibrahim.
object. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is I inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay. What about Ibrahim?
Outside.
Outside.
Right?
Yeah.
So I helped Ibrahim. Now, if I hide this, do we see this pattern already? Nasara, 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 Nasaru, Nasartu. Are these part of the 14 variations?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that is why I was telling you that how important it is important to memorize or understand that chart.
Yes.
Once you know that, you'll be able to start to see the big picture. Yeah. Okay. So, Sister Nasreen, Nasarti Usamata.
Okay. You helped
You
Osama. You feminine helped Osama. Osama.
MashaAllah. Very good. So it is she. Like
Yeah.
you are talking to a feminine. You're saying you helped Usama. Yeah. So who's the subject here?
You.
Who's the verb?
Helped
Okay. And the object?
Osama.
Usama. Is Usama outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside. And what about the subject?
It's inside.
Inside. Okay. So far in doing these 7 examples, I know that 7 people participated, but the rest of the people who are listening, do they have a good understanding now? I want to hear that. Brother,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Brother Tabrez, are you good? Brother Tabrez? Brother Khalid?
Yes.
Brother Kazim, I meant. Brother Kazim?
Yes, brother. I just joined a little late, but yeah, I'm trying
No
to
problem.
catch up. Yeah.
Brother Yaqub?
Yes, brother Abid. Shukriya. No, understand.
Sister Oneza?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. MashaAllah. Now, once I'm going to show you some of these examples from the Quranic verses, inshallah, you'll feel super, super happy. Now, inshallah. So now another thing I want to tell you, and that will be an eye-opener for most of us, that why people say to us that learning Arabic is important, because the little variation in the sentence can change the meaning. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I need Brother Khalid.
Yeah.
Brother Khalid,
I'm
number
ready.
8.
Yeah. Qatala Dawood
Qatala
Jaluta. Yeah.
Daudu Jaluta.
Yeah.
So what is the
Dawood
translation?
Dawood killed Jalut.
Dawood
Killed Jalut.
Jalut, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, who's the subject?
Dawood.
Dawood. What is the action? He
Verb.
killed.
Killed.
Killed who? Object.
Jalut.
Is Dawood inside or outside?
Is outside.
Outside.
Is the object inside or outside?
Outside.
Do we see the thing that they're both outside? Is Dawood subject because is Nasab?
Yes.
Okay.
No, this is Rafa.
Okay, the Rafa. Very good.
Yeah, Dawood is Rafa.
So Dawood is subject because he's Rafa. Yeah. I'm just gonna put right here, Rafa. Now, is Jalut object because it's Nasab?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So now look at number 9.
Exactly reverse.
What is the
Yeah.
translation of number 9?
Jalut killed Dawood.
Jalut
Killed Dawood.
killed Dawood. Yeah. Who's the subject?
Jalut.
What's the verb?
Killed
Who's the object?
Dawood.
Dawood. Why? Because Dawood here is
Dawood is Nasab now.
Nasab.
Jalut is
Is
Rafa.
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 So, because we are applying the rules of Arabic language, but look at the translation, what happened when you made a mistake of U to da, from Dhamma to Fatha, you basically change the meaning. Now, if you make this mistake by reading this ayah, Qatala Dawuda Jalutu, then you have basically negated the Quran, or you have completely said what opposite of the Quran. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
Can everybody understand that what is this little Dhamma or Fatha change made the whole sentence in a different meaning?
Almost negative of that.
Okay.
100% negative.
If you're talking about in a non-Quranic reference, then these are purely correct sentences. Yes?
Yes.
Because Dawood could be a person, Jalut can be a person. But when we are referencing to this verses from the Quran, then we know this, that this is not going to be correct. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm super excited to know this. I hope that you can feel the same way, that now with the knowledge you have, you can tell the difference and also understand the Quran in a different way. Yes or no?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and then brother Brother Abid, sorry. Yeah, so in the Quran, you will not normally notice when the meaning is changed, they put on the side there is a star or so and there is a line there to make sure that you pay extra attention to that word.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I hope that so far what you have looked at is giving you a lot of happiness. I hope so. I'm super excited to see this. Okay, number 10. Let me see who I'm going to volunteer for.
I can volunteer.
Sister Nasreen?
Yeah, it's so exciting to be able to now.
Okay, good. MashaAllah. So look at this, number 10. Khalaqallahu al-arda. Okay.
So Allah
Now,
is,
yeah.
Rafa, so it's the subject. Allah created the earth.
Allah created the earth. Yes. Everybody agree with her?
Yes.
What is khalaqa? Khalaqa is he created. If I don't have this, and if I say khalaqa, that means he created. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
But when Allah is there and Allah is Rafa, then is the file become visible?
Yes.
Then I'm going to say Allah created. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did he create it? Al-arda.
Al-arda.
Al-arda means the earth. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, because of the al, we're going to use the word da and then earth. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the file?
Doer.
Allah.
Allah.
What he did? He created. Is it past tense?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we learning past tense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the earth is the object.
Object.
Is Allah visible?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Is it outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside.
Outside. Is the object outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside.
Okay. So is this a verse from the Quran?
Yes.
Yes.
Khalaqallahu al-ard. Then there is another verse. Khalaqallahu asma. Yes. Allah created the heavens. Or samawat. Yes. Then you will also find that Khalaqallahu samawati wal ardi. And Allah created the heavens and the earth. Yes. Okay, good. Sister, I think there was Sister.
I can do.
Sister Lubna. Okay. Qara'tul Qur'ana.
I read Quran. The Quran.
I read
the Quran.
The Quran, right? So is I
subject?
Subject.
And read is fair verb. And the Quran
is the object.
Is
yeah?
object. Yes.
Is I inside or outside?
Inside is hidden.
Inside is actually a suffix, right? Tu.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is hidden, but with a suffix, right?
Suffix.
And the Quran is inside, outside.
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 MashaAllah, 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 MashaAllah. Very good job. Okay. Let me see who else is there, because I need somebody else. Sister Oneza, can I ask you number 12?
I don't know the meaning of hafizat.
Okay. Hafizat means memorize or something, you memorize something. So hafizat.
Okay, so Zainab memorized the lesson or
the lesson is
lesson.
fine.
Yeah,
so you're saying Zainab memorized the lesson. Everybody can see this? Okay.
Yes.
So Sister Unaiza, who is the subject?
Zainab.
Zainab. And is she inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside, mashallah. And what she did? Memorized. Yes?
Memorized.
That's the verb. And the object is the lesson. Yes? The object inside or outside?
Outside.
Outside. Okay, mashallah. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel good?
Alhamdulillah.
All right. Okay. So al-mu'minina.
Sorry, I was breaking.
Okay, no worries. So do you feel excited? Do you feel happy that now you at least have some knowledge?
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Very good. I'm happy to hear that. And inshallah, we are going to look at more information later in the course or even today. So that will help us. So Brother Murad.
Yes, please.
Before I ask you this, let me just explain to you. Al-mu'minina is nasab. Okay, just to help you out because you may not know this yet. So al-mu'minina is nasab.
Right.
And Allah is rafa. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can translate.
So Allah promised mu'mineen.
Allah promised
The
mu'mineen. The mu'mineen or mu'mineen.
The mu'mineen or the believers.
The believers, yes.
Yes. So who's the subject?
Allah.
What is the action?
Is promised.
Promised. And who are the objects?
So the believers.
The believers. Is Allah outside or inside?
Outside.
What about the believers?
Outside.
Inside.
Is this also a verse from the Quran?
Yes.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So if you just look at wa'ada, what is that?
So
promise.
He promised. He promised.
He promised. Right? So based on this slide, I'm telling you, you see the action. Action will have the root letters and it will have the patterns of fa'ala. Yeah?
Yes.
And then the file could be the pronoun or it could be the visible noun. And over here, we have the example of both visible subject and visible object. Yeah? Right. Because wa'ada is followed by Allahu. Allah is rafa. As soon as I see that, visible noun.
Yeah.
If Allah is not there, if I say wa'adal mu'minina, he promised the believer. If Allah is hidden from here, then what is the wa'adal mu'minina? What does that mean?
He promised.
He promised.
He promised the believer. Why? Because Allah is gone. The file is the hidden pronoun. And what is that hidden pronoun? Huwa.
Huwa.
Got it?
Excuse me,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Here the believer, you said this is outside, but as believers, there's no name of like believers, all like believers is. But I am thinking there should be inside.
Why? Why should it be inside?
Because that's
Is
specifically
mu'minina is a noun, right?
it's noun, yeah.
It's not a pronoun.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was Allah help them, Allah promised them, then it will become inside. But now because there's a believer, so this is a then it becomes outside.
Whenever there is a visible noun, that cannot be a pronoun. Pronoun is used in place of a visible noun. Yes.
Okay.
So inshallah, this will come to you, inshallah. That's not a problem. It is a proper noun, and that is why it's not a pronoun. And if it's not a pronoun, then it's outside. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay. So the rest of the lecture today is going to revolve around the maf'ul. Okay. And I'm going to introduce something new. And for that, let me go back to my slides, and then we will come back to this piece of paper, and then we will talk more, inshallah. But before I do that, about these two slides, did we get a good understanding on the grasp of the concept now?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So I want to hear this from everybody, because if anyone who's not clear on this, then I am willing to take the time to stop and help them out. Because if you get stuck here, then moving forward will get more confusion in your mind. So don't be shy. We are like a big family here. We're all Muslim brothers and sisters, and we're all sincerely trying to learn something. So our idea is not to judge anyone. We're just trying to make each other comfortable with this. So can I get some comfort feeling before I move on? Is everybody with me?
I'm not comfortable. No,
okay,
I'm not really comfortable.
Tell me, where are you not comfortable? I'll help you.
Well, I think it's from the beginning, like all these little words that you have, Zaidun, Ziyadan, and when you when you use that what is called fa and nasaba.
Rafa and nasab, yes.
In there.
Yeah.
And in this cheat sheet you were saying, like, did you send it to everybody?
Oh, this is today. I'm going to be sending
this is
it
today. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm understanding it very little because I'm a very beginner.
Okay. Well, we are on session number 5, right? And this information I have shared with you is basically a review from all those 5 sessions. Some new information, but most of it is I'm reviewing with you with examples so that you understand it thoroughly. Now, one question. Were you able to look at some of the materials from day 1? Like, were you able to?
I did until last week.
Until last week.
I missed the lesson last week.
Okay, well, that was a big lesson, and maybe you want to catch up on that after this class, so that because every lesson is connected with the previous one. Yes.
Inshallah.
If you're gonna miss one, it's a big, like 2 hours worth of material is missing from your vocabulary right now. But inshallah, you know what I can do? I can work with you one-on-one if you want. I can help you catch up. Yeah.
Okay.
So for the rest of the class, maybe just watch it with an open mind and try to make mental notes and then review it from the previous session. Inshallah, I will come to you. Okay. So in plain English, what are we trying to do? In English, when you have a verbal sentence, you have a verb, which is a action, and we have a somebody who does the action. Yes. Sister Jahan? So when you have an action, is there a doer of that action? Okay. If I tell you something like this, okay, so if I say I ate dinner, is that simple plain English? Sister Jahan?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So if I have to analyze this from the English grammar perspective, ate is the verb. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the action. Now, somebody doing the action, somebody's eating the dinner. Yes.
Yeah, I am doing it. Yeah.
I am doing it. So I am the subject. Yes. And what am I eating?
Dinner, which is an object.
Dinner. That is my object. So this is all we are talking about. Okay. And what we are saying, that Arabic names, we're saying the subject is known as fa'il. Yes. Verb is known as fa'il. Yes.
Yeah.
And the object is known as maf'ul. Yeah.
Maf'ul, yes. Yeah.
Yes. So first thing you need to know, how do I identify the English? And then how do I identify the different components of it in Arabic and also in English? Then I told you that there is a status, and that could be nasab for the maf'ul, which is NASB, nasab, and the file is rafa. Now, for that, you have to study a little bit, but I told you that if you see Zaidun with the dhammatan, then it is rafa. Yeah, I gave you an example, made it easy for you. Okay. And when it's Zaidan, then I said it's nasab. So just to make it easy for you. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all we have done so far. And then we put the 2 and 2 together, and we made a lot of sentences.
Okay.
Yes?
So the un would be rafa, which means the subject, and then an would be nasab, which is object.
Yes. So that is your file, and that is your maf'ul.
So
Is everybody else clear on this now?
is subject.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's look at, we have 10 minutes before we break. So let's look at, inshallah. Okay. So do you guys remember this chart?
Yes.
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 So that you know. Now read the title. What does it say?
Noun. Zamaya.
The Mai. We went back. Okay. Zamair, but what is the status? Rafa.
Halif. Okay.
Halat Rafa. Halat
Halat
means
Rafa.
status.
Status.
Okay. So that is what I'm trying to show you. Okay, let me see. Okay. So these are the Zamair of the status of Rafa. So what are they going to act as?
Subject.
The subject. Everybody clear on that?
Yeah.
Understand what I'm trying to say?
Rafa is subject.
When you see this table, and we know that they could be the file, that means these are the nouns, the pronouns of the file, because they are Rafa. Agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, look at that. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. And I know this is very small. Ana, nah.
No.
Ana.
Okay.
Ana. Nah.
Ana, nahnu.
Ana.
Nahnu. Yeah. Now look at this one. Who. Okay. And before I go, let's look at this, the translation. Huwa is he. Huma is they two. And whom is they all. Correct?
Yeah.
Hiya is she. So these are the Rafa pronouns.
Okay.
Remember that. Another name for Rafa pronoun is called detached pronouns. What are they known as?
Detached.
Detached pronouns. Okay.
Or independent as well.
Or independent pronouns. So the people who've been taking the class with me from day one, for them this is a pure review. All I'm doing this effort is for my new students, that they need to know this because they have not seen this in a lot of detail. Okay.
Yes.
And we have done this practice several times. So
Yeah.
this is the Rafa pronouns because they act as the file. Okay. When they have who, the meaning of who is his or him. Okay. Changes from he to his or him. See that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Then huma is their, them. Two people. Hum will be their, them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha will be
Here.
her.
He. Yeah.
Her. Yes. Huma is the same. And hunna is the their, them. Okay. So far, the only thing different is who and ha. Huma and whom is the same. Huma and hunna is the same.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let's look at the second person.
Ka kuma kum.
Ka,
Ka kuma kum.
kuma, kum.
Kum.
If we remember the pronouns from the Rafa, it was ta, tuma, tum.
Tum.
It becomes ka, kuma, kum. So the sounding is same, it's just a different letter. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we guess the female one?
Ki.
Ki.
Ki kuma kunna.
Kuma,
Kunna.
Kunna.
kunna. Yeah. Now the third person was, the first person was ana, nahnu. So here we're gonna have
Yeah.
Ni.
and
Me.
na.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So let me show you this side by side so that you know what I'm talking about. Let's look at this slide. Okay. Is this better?
Yep.
So
Yes.
the detached pronoun, the Arabic name is Zamirun Munfasilun, meaning they are separate. There is a fasla, उनके बीच में distance है. Fasla. उर्दू में fasla किसको कहते हैं? When there is a separation, there is a distance between two things. So Zamirun Munfasilun mean they are detached pronouns. And Zamirun Muttasilun, they are attached.
Attached.
Muttasil mean they are right next to each other. Yeah. Okay. So for huwa, we have who. For huma, we have huma. For hum, we have hum. For hiya, we have ha. And for huma, we have huma. Hunna, hunna. So far, not bad.
No.
Yeah. Anta become ka. Antuma become kuma. Antum become hum. Antum become hum. Yeah. Anti, ki. Antuma, kuma. Antunna, kunna. Okay. Ana will become ye. And nahnu will become na.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know it will not get into your brain right away, but as soon as we look at the examples, inshallah, it will start to make sense. So let's take a look at this. Daraba. Instead of beat, let's call it he hit. What does daraba mean?
He hit.
Okay. Is there a verb and a file here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the verb? Beat.
Hit.
Hit.
And the subject is? File is?
He.
Right? Now, I want to bring the maf'ul in it. Yeah? I want to bring the maf'ul in the picture. But I want to bring the maf'ul as the zamir, not a visible noun. Okay? So watch what happens. He beat him. Darabahu. Who? What is who?
Him.
Him. Is the who is the pronoun of nasab and jar?
Yeah.
Is who is the nasab pronoun? Yeah.
Yes.
So we know that our maf'ul is nasab. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So darabahu. Now let's analyze this. Is daraba, does it have inside file or outside file?
Inside.
Inside, because it's a he hit. Now, is the maf'ul inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside, because him. They're both pronouns. Now, before I take it to the next level, let me show you this on a piece of paper so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Look at this. We know that huwa is rafa. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we know that who is nasab. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I want to have a subject, I'm going to be using huwa.
Right.
If I want to have an object, I'm going to be used
Who?
object as nasab.
Yeah.
So let's say a very simple example. Daraba. What is this? This is plus file. Agree?
Yes.
Agree? So we know that the file is huwa, which is hidden. Yes?
Darabahu.
Zamir.
And it is inside.
Inside.
Are you with me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I say dara ba plus o, what happened here? Fail plus file
plus maf'ul.
Maf'ul. Okay. So what is the maf'ul?
Who?
And what is the meaning of who?
Him.
So if this was, the translation was he hit, right? And the translation will be he
hit him.
Hit him. Yes? So far with me, guys?
Yeah.
So when
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, Sister.
Yeah. So previously we learned that if a verb has, or as ism has fatha, that will be actually nasab, not rafa. So in this case, we on the how you put the dhamma, sorry, and you call it nasab. Why is that?
Okay, so basically, when you want to know the rafa and nasab on the pronouns, you have to memorize these tables. These tables, okay, these ones.
Yeah.
So we know that huwa is rafa, who is nasab. And remember, when we were dealing with even in the nouns, when we were dealing with the status, we had to look at the singular and the broken plurals as one category. Remember?
Yeah. I got this one, but I mean it's opposite of the ism. On ism, if we have something on dhamma on it, then it will be rafa state.
But only in the singular category and the broken plural category, right? So we don't want to confuse that. So that is you're right. And the clarification I'm telling you, when you're looking at the zamair, and when you want to look at the huwa and the rafa and nasab, you have to look at these two charts. Yeah. So this one sheet will give you both comparison. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if I take this, yes, go ahead.
So one question, just these charts that you just showed us.
Yeah.
Are like, because I don't think so it's in the other one. Like, are you going to be sending this as well?
This is today's lecture, right? So I'm going to be sending
sending those two. Yeah.
I will be sending those right away. So if I say Nasara, what is Nasara?
He helped.
He helped.
Nasara who? He helped him.
If I say Nasara,
Who?
whom? What did
He
that
helped
mean?
them.
He helped them.
He helped them.
Helped them.
Helped them.
Her.
Them, right?
Them, sorry.
Whom, yeah. So now you can see what did that mean. Now, I know we need to go to the break. Let me quickly show you one thing before we go to the break. And inshallah, that will be a very good last thing we do before we break for the break.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So let's take a look at this. You guys read Surah Al-Araf many times, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So in Surah Al-Araf, there is a dialogue between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the shaitan. Yeah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him, Allah said, Ma mana'aka, what prevented you, Allah tasjuda, that not you prostrate, is amratuk or amartuk. I commanded you. When I commanded you, what prevented you from doing the sajda? Look at the answer. Allah. Who is saying now?
Shaitan.
Ana. Do we know what ana means?
I.
Yeah.
I. Khayrum minhu. Khayrum, better.
Better, yeah.
Minhu, than him.
Yeah.
Yes. Khalaqtani. What is khalaqtani?
He created me.
Khalaqa. What is khalaqa? Khalaqa is
verb.
Created.
Tail file and maful.
You created.
You created.
Okay, let's look at me. You created me min nar, from fire. Wa khalaqtahu, and you created him min clay. Do you see the benefit of that, the knowledge we just learned?
Yes.
And now I can decipher these. I understand that what is the file, what is the action, and who is the object. Yes?
Yes.
I also know if it's an inside object or inside file or outside object. Got it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's 11:05. Let's meet at 11:15. Don't log off. Just mute your mic and stop your video if you're sharing your video. Inshallah, we'll come back and we'll continue this. I hope that you're as excited as me. I'm telling you, I feel so happy right now.
We are very excited and
we are very happy.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, guys, see you in 10 minutes. Let's grab some coffee Inshallah, come back. Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, so let me know when everyone is back. Inshallah, we have quite a bit of material to cover, so I want to continue, inshallah.
Ana hadir.
MashaAllah, very good. Okay. So if everyone is back, then I wanted to show you this tool, which I mentioned in the very first class, the corpus.quran.com. Okay. And what is the best thing about this tool? That the same verse I just showed you, this the verse from the Surah Al-Araf, it tells you, more information about this. Are you guys able to see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you see qala, or see it is the verb, and what is the hidden pronoun? Huwa. Yes. So it says this is the verb qala, and who's the file? Huwa. So now, because of the information we have learned, you can understand this chart. Can you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, not to the extent I want you to understand yet, but at least you'll be able to look at these words and say, oh, I know this. Yeah. So look at this one. Then if you want to learn more about the words, you can actually read. It says, this is a third person masculine singular perfect verb. In simple Arabic, this is a fi'l madi. What is it? Fi'l madi. Yeah. Ana, do we know what ana is?
Yes.
Ana mean I. So this is zamir munfasil. What kind of zamir is this? Munfasil. Munfasil means detached.
Yeah.
There is a fasla between these two, they're detached. Okay, so just to quickly show you the next page, look at this. Khalaqtani. So khalaqtani has the verb, which is khalaqa, and the file is
pronoun,
which is file to, like you created. Me. The maf'ul bihi. Okay. Another name for maf'ul is maf'ul bihi. Got it?
Yes.
Can you see this now, that why I'm showing you this? That just this word khalaqtani is a complete verbal sentence. Agree? It's a complete verbal sentence. It has three components. It has the verb, it has the file, and it has the maf'ul. Similarly, wa khalaqtahu is also a complete sentence. And you created him. Where is the and coming from? From the waw. Khalaqtahu, you created him. The file is the you, and who is him. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to our slide. I can hear some people in the background. Okay. All right. So can we do this together? Look at this. Come on. What's going on?
Brother Abid, the previous slide is, where did you get that? Is there any website, or are you going to send it to us?
That is the website I shared with you day one.
Yeah, there is a password for that one. Is it,
no. You don't need a password for this. Let me send it to you in the chat. Okay. Just when you have a chance, just click on it. Inshallah, you will see it. There's no password for this.
Yeah, there is one you say give the pass. You had the password.
Yeah, that one is no longer free and no longer working. It is, I think it's an app now. It's a phone app, and you need to sign up for that, and there is a fee for that. So, but if you look at this one, I'm sure that you will benefit tremendously. Okay.
Can you send this link again, please?
I just did in the chat. In the
You
chat,
sent it today. Okay.
Okay. Let's go back here and let's look at this. Okay. Darabahu is what? He beat him. Darabahuma?
He beat them. Do two.
Yes. He beat two. He beat
two. He beat them.
All.
How many people he beat? 2 people.
Two people.
2 male. Yes.
Yes.
Now, how one say he beat them all? What will be that?
Darabahum.
Darabahum. Is everybody back, by the way?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So, sisters, I need some participation from you so that I know that we are all on the same page. So what are we trying to do now? We are using the pronouns of nasab as the maf'ul. Yeah, because we know what daraba is. We already know that. But when I say darabahu, I'm adding the maf'ul, but in the form of a pronoun. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Darabahuma, darabahum. Now let's look at the next one. Darabaha.
He beat her.
He beat her. Not allowed. Okay. Darabahuma.
He
beat them.
2 female.
2 female. Yeah. And then darabahunna.
He beat them all. Female.
Find this kind of sentences in Surah An-Nisa.
Darabahunna.
Yeah. But darabahunna in the Quran doesn't come for hitting. It also comes for giving an example. Yeah. Okay. Then darabaka. What does that mean?
He beat you or hit you.
You. Darabakuma.
He hit you too.
He beat you too.
2 male. 2 male. Darabakum. He beat
you all. Male.
Okay. Now look at this one.
Darabaki.
Darabaki.
He beat her.
He beat you, female.
You female.
Yeah.
Brother Ahmed, can we say he beat her?
But you too.
There would be
No,
half.
this is you because the second person.
Yeah, okay.
That's the second person. Yeah. So that's why I cannot say her because that will be darabaha.
Yes. He beat you, female. Yeah.
Okay. He darabakunna. Oops, sorry.
He beat you.
Darabakunna.
He beat you all female.
Female.
Yes. Okay. Let's see if I can.
Darabani.
Okay. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Darabani.
Yeah, he beat me.
He beat me.
He beat us. Darabana.
Darabana. Darabana.
Okay. When we make this dua, we say, Rabbana zalamna anfusana illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna. Right? So we are basically taking this information. Yeah? Okay. Let's see what else I got from you. So sometime in a jumla failure, subject is used as a compound. Okay, I don't want to get there yet. Yeah, we don't want to go there yet. Okay. So what I want to show you now, look at here. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we have learned the attached pronouns, which are of the nasab and jar category. How do we understand them? Hu, huma, hum. Ha, huma, hunna. Ka, huma, kum. Ki, huma,
kunna.
Ni, or ya,
Ye, na.
Yi, na. Whenever you see the yi or the ya, you will also say ni because it has to come with ni. Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's do it one more time, but let's do it together. Who? Everybody say who.
Who?
Huma.
Hum.
Ha.
Huma.
Hunna.
Kunna.
Ya.
Ka.
Kana. Boom.
Ki.
Kunna.
Yi.
Na.
Okay. So we know from our previous sessions, we have done this many times. We know this. Nasara, Nasara, Nasaru. Yes?
Yes.
And Nasarat, Nasarata, Nasarna. Nasarata, Nasarta, Nasartuma,
Nasartum.
Nasartuma,
Nasarti, Nasartuma, Nasartunna.
Nasartu,
Nasartu.
Okay. So imagine with this one, you can multiply all 14 of these and you can have 14 sentences. How? Nasarahu.
Yeah. Nasarahuma.
Nasarahuma. He helped both of them, male. Nasarahum. He helped them all.
All men.
All. Nasaraka. He helped you. Male. Nasarakuma. He helped you too, male. Nasarakum. He helped you too, all male. Nasaraki. She helped her.
He helped her.
He helped
you.
female. Female.
Yes. So Nasarakuma. He helped
two female. Two female.
Nasarakunna.
He helped all
female.
Nasarani.
He helped me.
He helped me.
Sarna.
He helped us.
He helped us. Yes. Nasarna. He helped us. So when we say, when we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Faghfir lana. What does that mean? That forgive?
Forgive
Yes. Inshallah, this is the new concept we want to learn, and we want to practice this, because in the next class, by that time, this will sink in a little bit, and then we'll look at more examples. Yes? Okay. Any questions on this?
You have to understand.
Okay.
This was the first session, Brother Abid.
Yes.
We learned about these detached nouns.
Yes, you're right. What I'm saying is, in this session, I am introducing this, and we have learned a lot of things. So I'm going to leave with you till next week. So when we come back next week, by then you would have reviewed it and looked at it in more detail. That's what I'm trying to say.
Inshallah.
Okay.
One question, Brother Abid.
Yes. Yes.
This, like if we go from the previous lesson, this Nasar tu and Nasar na, where we say he helped us, and the today's one. What is the difference between the two? He helped us or we helped? Like
again,
they look similar,
yes,
almost similar, with one probably fatha difference.
Yes. So that is the thing. In the other one we had Nasar.
Nasar na, and this is Nasarana.
We helped. Okay. But here we have Nasara. Na.
So this fatha makes a difference. Yes.
Yes. This fatha is making a difference. Because what is the meaning of Nasara? He.
Yes.
Yes. And na, us.
So it means that this is very crucial, that only a fatha, it makes a difference, total opposite meanings.
Yes. And by the way, I've only taken one of them and made 14 variations with each one of them. Yeah.
Yes.
All of these, I made the variations, but each one of them will have the 14 variation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I take, for example, let's try it together. Let's say we do this one. Let's try a different color. Okay. We have Nasarat. What is that?
She helped.
She helped.
She, right?
Yeah.
She helped.
She helped, right? Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
You now say she helped him.
Nasaratahu.
Nasarat. You see that?
Oh, yes.
Now, what did I say? That these pronouns are attached. These are attached pronouns, right? When they are attached, they have to be attached to the thing. Do you see that they're right next to each other? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. She helped
him.
both of them male.
Nasarahuma.
Nasarat huma.
Nasartahuma.
Nasarat hum.
Nasarathum.
Nasarat huma.
Nasarat huma.
Nasarat huma. Yeah.
They've helped both of them. Sorry, two. Both mean two, right? So there,
Yeah.
So Nasarat
Whom?
will be she.
All.
He helped all.
Male.
All of them, right?
All of them. Yeah. Male.
She helped them.
Female.
all.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, with each one of them, if you multiply 14 by 14, how many is that?
256.
256.
256. So with these variation, you can make 256 sentences.
Wow.
So you have learned quite a bit. Yeah. And this is what I expect from you. Then now you sit down and try to maybe make some papers black. Write down with your hand. Who's going to do that?
Brother Abid, one question. So this
Yes.
So we have this right, I mean the like it is in, right, I mean the pronoun, right? So if it is out,
Yes.
right, I mean like if the noun is outside, will that be the same case here?
Well, Nasarat, for example, Nasarat, right?
Yes.
Nasarat, Zaidun, Zaidan. That will be the outside version.
Okay.
Yeah? Or you want all outside version, then you will say Fatima to Nasarat, Zaidan. You see the difference here?
Yes. Right.
The subject is outside. The object is outside.
Outside. Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Over here, the subject is inside.
Yes.
Because it's she. Yeah?
Yes. Got it. Yeah.
And Zaidan is outside because it's visible.
Visible. Yeah.
Noun. And it is nasab. Yeah? So nasab means it is an object.
Okay.
You guys see what he was asking?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah. Just one correction, brother. The 14 by 14 is 196, not 256.
I think. Are you sure?
Yes.
That is 16 into 16 is 256.
Yes. 16 by 16 is 256.
Okay. So 196. So whatever the number is, you guys can make that
It's
many
large.
sentences.
Yes.
Inshallah.
Okay. So let's take a look at another example. What is this?
One other question, Brother Abid. So this
Yes.
the attached pronoun, right? I mean, it will always come together with the ending of the verb, right? I mean, like whatever verb.
Yes, yes, because they are attached pronouns. Yes.
Okay. Got it. Makes sense.
So Nasartu, what did that mean?
I helped.
I help.
I helped, right?
I helped.
I want to say I helped her.
Nasartuka.
Nasartuha.
Nasartuki. Her.
Nasartuha. Sorry.
So look at it. This is he or him.
Nasartuha.
Yeah. So Nasartuha. I helped her. Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you visualize it? Visualize it like this. You say, okay, Nasar to plus ha. Yeah.
Yes.
So here, how do I further do this? I would say Nasar
to whom?
To it will be fail and plus file, and in the bracket you would write here. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Ana, right? Nasar to is Ana.
Nasar to. Yeah.
Ha, and the object is ha is right. So this is how you tell your brain that these are, you separate them out. Okay. so that you know that this is written because this is supposed to be written. This is the breakdown of this word. Yeah.
Nasartu is me or no?
Okay. Nasartuni.
Yeah.
I help myself.
I help.
I help myself.
I help myself, right? I mean, it will be like this.
So how can we say she helped her? Nasar.
Let's look at this way. She helped
her.
Okay. So first of all, Brother Ijaz, let me help her because I want her to visualize this. How to do this. So, what is the Arabic for helped? Nasara. Yeah.
Yes.
Sister, you with me?
Yes.
And it will be Nasarat. Yes. She helped. So far, we good?
Yes.
And now we want to say her.
Ha.
Nasarat.
Ha. So Nasarat ha.
He helped her.
So
Got it?
quickly saying Nasarat ha.
Okay, now I'm going to go further details in next session. I mean, in the next class, and we will look at all the proper. So right now, this is I believe is correct, but Nasarat ha, because she helped her. So far so good.
Yes. I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
The attached pronouns are the nasab. The detached
Nasab or jar.
Nasab or jar. And the detached pronouns that we learned earlier were rafa. But
Rafa,
when they are put together with a verb, they're actually attached to the verb. So in my mind, I'm having a tiny bit of delay just grasping the title detached pronoun.
Okay. So for that, you correct your confusion with the following that we've been saying, that when the pronoun comes with a verb, it's either hidden inside the verb or there is a suffix.
Right.
Yes. So yes, they are the rafa and they are detached, but when they come in the noun, in the verb, they are actually suffix of the verb. So attached pronouns are the suffix in the case of a verb. Yeah. Verbal sentence. Got it? Okay, for example, okay, what I'm saying is, let's look at this information. If I say he is Muslim, what is my translation? Huwa
Muslimun.
Muslimun, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's detached for sure.
Detached, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I say hum Muslim,
they are Muslim.
They are Muslims.
But when they're attached to a verb, that's when the confusion happens.
But when I said, when we are dealing with a verbal, what do we get first? We get a fail and then the file. Yes?
Mm-hmm. The action.
Are you with me?
Yes, the action and then the doer.
We have fail and file, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So when we have daraba, so daraba means he hit. So huwa is?
He.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, we lost you, brother.
Hello.
We can't hear him.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry, I got disconnected for a second here. Okay, so Sister Nasreen, are you with me so far?
Yes, so daraba, he hit.
So when I said verbal sentence,
mm-hmm.
The verbal sentence requires me to have a fail and the file must come with it, right?
Right.
But then I said the file has to be of Rafa status.
Right.
And that is why I know that the table of Rafa for pronoun is huwa, huma, hum. Yeah.
Yes.
So even though they are not physically separated from the verb, but they are considered detached pronouns.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. So when you showed the sentence, nominal sentence, then it made sense that it's detached in the nominal sentence.
Yes. In the verbal sentence,
it has to be
they
hidden.
are basically connected. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Alrighty. So now, inshallah, I believe that I've planted the seed for the new concept, and I want you to have this week to dissect it, digest it, and get comfortable with it, inshallah. And then next time when we come back, we are going to look at more examples, inshallah. Got it?
Inshallah.
So this tool, try to use it, and I have already put it in the chat. And now I'm just going to want to go back to our verses for today. Yeah. And we have 20 minutes, and we will try to apply the learning we have done so far, and also get some lessons from the Quran. And inshallah, this will increase our iman, and also it will help us be better Muslims, inshallah. Okay. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. And as a disclaimer, I'm still learning how to pronounce the Quran correctly and tajweed. So if I make a mistake, please forgive me. Okay. Wasiqal lazina kafaru. What is kafaru?
They disbelieved.
They disbelieved.
Disbelieved.
So they disbelieved. Now, is it the third siga?
Yes, third siga.
Third siga.
So we recognize kafaru. Yes. So wasiqal lazina, meaning, and sika is also a verb. Yeah. Wasiqal lazina mean when will be driven those who disbelieved ila jahannama zumara. Zumara is groups. What is Zumar? The name of the surah is Az-Zumar. Yes. Zumar mean the groups. So what will happen? So imagine this scene in your mind, visualize it, that the day of judgment happens, and the people who are destined for Jahannam, they are heading to Jahannam, and the people who are destined for Jannah, inshallah, they are heading to Jannah. So right now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran telling us the scene, he's describing the scene that when these people will be driven to the Jahannam or towards the Jahannam in groups, what will happen? Hatta. Hatta mean until. Iza ja'uha. What is uha? What is ja'a is a verb. And is Jahannam in Arabic is feminine. Yes. So when we translate the pronoun for he, she, and the third category is it. Yes.
Yeah.
So when we think about Jahannam, we're gonna say it instead of her. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when they're saying hatta, when they reached it, where?
Jahannam.
The Jahannam. Futihat. What is Futihat?
It is a fourth siga.
Futihat, which is the same as fa'alat, nasarat.
Yeah, fourth siga.
Dakhalat. Yes. Meaning, now are you able to recognize this now?
Yeah. Yes.
Will be opened. So when the people will be driven towards the Jahannam in groups until they will reach there, then the Futihat abwabuha, its doors, its gates will be opened. Abwabu ha. What is ha? It's why? Because we're talking about Jahannam. Waqala. And we will say, who will say? Lahum khazanatuha, the gatekeepers of Jahannam. So look at this. The groups have reached Jahannam, the doors are opened, and now the gatekeepers are talking to these people, saying, Alam ya'atikum rusulum minkum. Did not come to you from you messengers? They're asking them a question. What kind of question? They're saying, did not the messenger come to you from among you? And what the Rasul used to do? Yatluna alaykum. What is yatluna? Reciting to you. Ayati Rabbi, the verses of your Lord. Now, जब आप कुरान पढ़ते हैं, so what we say? We are tilawatul Quran. It's from the same thing, yatluna.
Okay.
Is yatluna giving you the idea that this is third person plural for male?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All together. So yatluna alaykum. So they're saying, did not come to you messengers from you reciting to you ayati rabbikum, the verses of your Lord. Wayunzirunakum. What is one wayunzirunakum? Yunziru is from
warning.
Warning. And kum, you
You
all.
all. Yeah.
Did we just look at kum?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So did they not recite it to you, the verses of your Lord, and then they warned you? Lika yomikum haza. Lika is mulaqat. Mulaqat, Urdu में मुलाकात किसे कहते हैं? Meeting को.
Meeting.
Lika yomikum, of your day, this day. Did we get the message? Now let's apply this ayah to us. Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims. We should be very thankful for that. But 1400 years later, did we get the same message through the Quran and the Sunnah and the Hadith?
Yes.
Did we get the message of the messengers?
Yes.
The message
Yes.
to us? And do we know about the Day of Judgment?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So then we don't want to be among this group. We don't want to, because of our actions and our laziness or whatever attitude or whatever situation we are in, we don't want to be among this group, do we?
No.
So we say, Allahumma Rabbana la ja'alna min.
La
La taj'alna min. Allah, don't make us among this group. Why? Because when they reach there, they're already so hopeless and so, saddened. On top of that, the khazanatuha, the gatekeepers are asking them, did not come to you messengers from you telling you the verses of the Quran and warning you about the meeting of this day? Then what is their answer? They say, qalu. What is qalu? They will say what they said. Yes. Yeah. What is fa'alu? Is it same thing like fa'alu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Qalu bala. They will say, yes, indeed. They will say, yes, indeed. Bala mean, yes. They're going to confirm that the messengers came to them or the message came to them. Bala, walakin. Lakin is lekin.
Lekin.
Hakkat. Is hakkat same thing as dakhalat, nasarat, fa'alat?
Yes.
She.
Okay. Has been justified. What has been justified? Kalimatul azabi alal kafirin. But the punishment is now already justified for them. Why? Because the day of judgment has happened and they have been destined for Jahannam. Are there any doubts left that they are people of Jahannam?
No.
No.
So if we ponder on this verse, this verse should scare us to death. It should scare us and also wake us up that even though we are Muslims, even though we are so-called acting on Islam, but do we really need to improve ourselves? Do we really need to wake up and make sure that intentionally, unintentionally, or knowingly or unknowingly, we don't want to fall among this group? Yeah. Do we have a green ticket now or a green signal from Allah that you are a Muslim? You said La ilaha illallah and now you're going to Jannah? No, right? We have to work hard. We have to work till the day we die. We need to make sure for a moment, the only moment of choice will be when he entered the door of Jannah. Only then he will be satisfied, that he or she will be satisfied that I made it. Otherwise, it's a total trial and error for right now. We have the hope, but we have worked really hard toward it. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So inshallah, when we read the Quran now, and also the little knowledge we have, it should help us understand more, and it should connect more. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the style of the Quran and the beauty of the Quran, that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about one group, then he talks about the other group. He also talks about the contrast. So once they have, when the messengers or the gatekeepers asked them the question and they agreed, they said, yes, indeed the people came to us, but since the punishment is already justified, what are they told? Qila mean, it is said to them. Udkhulu, is udkhulu a fi'l amr? Is there a command?
Enter.
Yes.
Enter.
Command.
Enter.
Come on.
Abwaba is doors, gates of Jahannam. Yes. Khalidina, abide eternally. Fiha, therein. Eternally. Yes. So what are they told? They were told that now live here forever. Yeah. Fabisa maswil mutakabbirin. So wretched is the abode, maswa, the house, or the place of living, or the place of resting. Al-mutakabbirin, the arrogant. Okay. Now, since we are Muslims, we already feel in our heart that inshallah, we are not going to go to Jahannam. And even if we go there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, He will take us out and He will put us back in Jannah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yes. But there is a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that if a person has an atom worth of, or atom worth of kibr or arrogance in it, he will not enter Jannah. Yeah. So is this a pondering moment for us? Is this a reflecting moment for us? Do we, or are we arrogant in some capacity in our lives when it comes to our own families, our friends, the people we deal with, the people who are not as fortunate as us? Yeah?
Yes.
We think about that. So what is the one right of Quran on us? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered us, He commanded us in the Quran that ponder on it, contemplate, reflect on it. Yes? And the people who do not do that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about them in the Quran as if they have locks on their hearts. Yeah? Yes. We don't want to be the people in that category who read the Quran, but they don't have the moment or the time to think or ponder and then apply the verses on ourselves. Yes. So this one word mutakabbirin should shake all of us to our core, and we should probably sit down sometime today or whenever we have some loneliness and think about it. That am I an arrogant person? And if I am, in what category? Am I arrogant to my friends? Am I arrogant to my close family? Am I arrogant to my community in general? Or am I an arrogant person in general? And if I realize that I am, then how do I fix that problem? Yeah. Do I stay the same? Or do I try to make an effort to change? Yeah. So that is one lesson if we can take from this. First of all, we read this scene, we understand this message, and we are scared. We don't want to be among this group. And we want to fix things because we, alhamdulillah, we're still alive. We still have life and we can change things. Yes. And the door of Tawbah is open for us. And this is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that until the ruh comes to this part of your body before leaving the body. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful that a person who makes repentance or regrets, He not only loves him and He loves to forgive. He's so merciful. He changes all the sins into good deeds for him or her. So if we have such a Lord, if we have such a Allah, if I have to repent 70 times or more a day, I should not shy away from it, because every time I repent, every time I make tawbah, and even though I'm a weak person, I can go back to the same sin again. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, He never gets tired of forgiving. Yeah? So moving forward, on the contrast, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى جَنَّةِ زُمَرًا. So when will be driven? Those who feared their Lord. Who are the muttaqi one? Muttaqi is the feared ones, the one who feared their Lord, to the paradise in groups. Same thing, same scene, but different group. Hatta iza ja'uha wa futihat abwabuha wa qala lahum khazanatuha. When they reached there, the doors were opened, and the same way, the keepers of the Jannah, instead of asking them a question, they said, Salamun alaykum. Peace be upon you. Salamun alaykum. Yes?
Yes.
Tibtum.
We can't hear.
You have done well. They say, excellent, good job. MashaAllah, you did it.
So enter. Abide eternally.
You're breaking, brother.
Yes. Can't hear him.
Poor connection.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Better.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm having some internet issues right now. Hopefully this is okay. So I was saying, Fadkhuluha khalidin. So ha, do we understand ha now? What is ha?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. For it's feminine, for the Jannah.
Right. So when they reach Jannah, then look at what is their dialogue. What are they saying? So the people, they got to the door of the Jannah. The doors open. The gatekeepers welcome them and give them glad tidings. And now what is their dialogue? What they're saying? وَقَالُوا الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ. And they will say, all praise be to Allah. Allazi sadaqna. Sadaqana. What is sadaqana?
Sadaqah and sadaqana. So it fulfilled the
That's
promise.
fulfilled for us. Brother Murad, you see that? Sadaqana. They said, glory to Allah who fulfilled for us wa'adahu, His promise. Who? His or him? Remember? We just looked at the pronouns. Wa'adahu, His promise. Wa'awrasna, and He made us inherit. Al-arda, the earth. Nattabahu. Jazakallah khair. So, and the earth we may settle minal jannati haysu nasha, in the paradise wherever we wish. So now He made us inherit the Jannah, the earth of Jannah, and we are able to go wherever we want or do whatever we want. Yes?
Yes.
Wherever we want to live, we can settle in Jannah. Yeah?
Allahumma ja'alna minhum.
Allahumma rabbana ja'alna minhum. Fanema ajrul amilin. What is amilin?
The workers.
People who do the workers. So excellent is the reward of the workers. Yeah? So inshallah, I hope that these verses we were able to understand directly a little bit better than before, because we have gathered a lot of information and we have learned a lot of Arabic grammar. And I hope you can see that yourself. And the only way you can benefit from it more is when you do this on your own time. Spend some quality time with the Quran, spend some quality time with the learning, and use all these different tools to get this knowledge seep inside you, in your brain, in your heart. And the ultimate goal is that we want our heart to react to this kind of verses. Our heart to not just read the Quran from the sake of barakah or hasanah. It should actually tremble. It should actually have attachment, and then we get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are we feeling that impact by any chance?
Yes, Salam.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
So Jazakallah khairan. As always, anything correct I said is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything wrong I said is purely my fault, and I seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all of you. And if I've said anything wrong, please forgive me, and have a safe weekend, have a nice weekend. And please, 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 this information, this valuable time you're investing in this, don't let it go to waste. Review, practice, and the most important thing is maybe share it with your loved one, maybe the person who's right next to you, and try to get them involved also. Are we going to do that, inshallah?
Inshallah.
One last thing. Tonight is a fundraiser for the Muslim Food Bank. And if you guys don't know this, that there are, even though we live in Canada and most of the people are well-to-do, but there is a large number of people who are not as fortunate as we are, and they need our help. And Muslim Food Bank is being very beneficial in helping all of these people. So today they have a fundraiser. I believe you must have seen the flyer. So if you guys have time, it's in Richmond. If you can join it or help them out, that will be a great deed, inshallah. And it will put us in the people of Jannah, inshallah. Okay, so Jazakallah khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.